I don't know if you noticed or paid attention, but the gospel today did not begin with, "This is the gospel according to Mark." It began, rather, "This is the beginning of the gospel." And so all through Mark, if we listen to the Gospel of Mark, what we will hear is the new beginnings that Jesus brings. The beginnings that he proclaims in his preaching, in his teaching, in his healings, in his death, and in his resurrection. And so all of that is just the beginning. And if you read the last chapter, or the end of Mark, you would find out that there's two women who go to the tomb of Jesus. And they are told they are to go out and they are to proclaim the gospel and the good news. But they are terrified, it says, and what they did is they ran away. So our job is to continue telling that story. We're still commissioned with going out to proclaim the good news, and that good news has to be written with our lives. It has to be written in all of our daily activities and what we do. And so we can choose to sit and wait for Christmas, or wait for the Lord's return at the end of time, or we can get into the game and we can use our talents, our gifts, our wealth, all the things that God has provided for us, to use those so that we can proclaim the goodness of God and we can show that to others by what we say and by what we do and by our daily lives. John the Baptist wasn't the only one who was called to prepare the way. We are called to prepare the way. And how that will happen will unfold sometime during this week, and you may not even be aware of how that will happen. But God will help you, and God will assist you, because this is the beginning, and we are at the beginning of being able to proclaim that gospel. And so this coming week, no matter what you are doing, in your homes, again, in your family life, in your community life, at work, is the gospel being proclaimed? Are you allowing that gospel to be written with your life? One theologian says, we are the language of God. We can't hear God speaking from the clouds. At least I have never heard God speaking from the clouds. But God does need to speak. And God speaks to others because we become that language of God. And so God speaks of love. God speaks of compassion. God speaks of understanding. God speaks of comfort and peace and justice and love. How does it spoken? Through our actions each and every day. We probably won't be able to accomplish in our life the task of bringing about peace, about bringing about absolute justice, about being the instrument of God that absolutely brings the ultimate realization of Christ's presence in our world. But each of us can do something. And we make that decision here tonight. We make that decision on Monday morning, and on Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we need to remember, after all, it's just the beginning. God bless you.